Chapter 1114 was dope, and I genuinely enjoyed it. But Luffy's back in Gear 5th, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how I feel about that. It genuinely seems whenever Luffy runs out of Gear 5th, he conveniently gets assisted in some capacity. Personally, the One Piece fan in me kind of sits there and like, okay, we good, and I mean, ain't no problems here. But the YouTuber, broke ass YouTuber, who tends to analyze aspects of the chapter, I'll be kind of sitting here like, yeah, I don't know about all that. The world is dying, and we literally got cameos from everybody. Pre-time skip, post-time skip. We got Doflamingo to Magellan. We even got folks out here from Water 7. Doflamingo really out here just celebrating. Yeah. Dude out here smirking worse than the Joker. The Gorosei got that sense of panic, like they about to burst into the courtroom saying,
accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
am I the only one that feels some type of way about how Gear 5 is being regulated? I mean, or am I just bugging? I mean, y'all comment below and let me know. Yo, so whenever I look at my YouTube analytics, a lot of people who actually watch my channel are actually from my YouTube recommendations. Y'all not even subscribed. So, if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. Thanks. I like how we get a cameo from Emu, and we don't even know if this nigga he or a she or yeah. How we in the final saga and we still being hit with silhouettes? And Oda really out here saying he gonna be done in 3 years. So in terms of Gear 5's biggest flaw, I won't even call it a flaw, I just call it like a regulation issue, which is technically a flaw. Like, Gear 5th is powerful, like, creativity-wise, it's definitely top-notch, and to have a final form of a protagonist be so lighthearted and be so comical is definitely not seen at all, if you think about it. Most final forms are usually just gritty and just aggressive, but this one is just light. Till date, we've had Looney Tunes Luffy, Barry Bonds, Luffy. Rocket Launcher, Luffy. Salad Tosser, Luffy. Hey, yo, I'ma just let that last one slide. Yeah. It feels like ever since we got to Egghead, the main opponents that we've really fought have been at a level where Gear 5 is needed to actually combat them. With the exception of Rob Luffy. Personally, I thought Base Luffy would have whooped him. Like, you know, Base Luffy, Advanced Conquerors Haki, this man would have been nice. I mean, I didn't think you need to go into Gear 5th. Maybe like a Snake Man, but I mean, that's up for debate. In terms of characters specifically, I'm talking Kizaru, Saturn, the Gorosei, and it seems like every time he runs out, the plot conveniently saves him. Like, I'm not saying this man gotta die, but I mean, I guess it'd be nice to see a bit of a struggle in some capacity. In regards to how Luffy's abilities have been regulated in the past, it comes down to the context in which they're used. I'll break it down a little more. Exhibit A! Luffy and Kizaru run a fade, Kizaru's out, Luffy's burnt out to the point where Frankie has to save him the moment the Gorosei see him on sight. And I mean, I'm talking Saturn. And this dude's starving like he been fasting the last 30 days. We get a shot at Kizaru, and then next minute, Luffy got food in his hand and this man eating. Then the next minute, he back. Exhibit B. Luffy fighting the Gorosei, Luffy gasses out, and of course he's with Dory and Bragi, and then all of a sudden they save him and then he's back. After he almost busted his hand with Red Rock in base. I guess my problem with it is that it feels like it actually takes away from the tension in the scenario. The gravity of how bad that scenario could be. Like, the classic hero loses his abilities, and now how is he gonna fight now? When Luffy fought with Katakuri, it feels like once he had broken the mirror and he couldn't go back to the Sunny, that sense of panic, danger, and desperation literally dialed up to 10. Regardless of how you feel about who won that fight, Katakuri was stronger, bigger, and he was faster than Luffy. Like, the fade Luffy caught, probably the worst beatdown we've seen Luffy catch. Katakuri even broke the fourth wall. He committed one of the worst taboos in all of anime history. He didn't even let this man power up. That whole conflict really felt like a genuine sense of desperation because of how bad the circumstances were. And I guess with Gear 5th, I just haven't felt it as much in regards to how it's been regulated so far. But then again, when you look at the context of both scenarios, Luffy's there to escape, not necessarily there to fight. So I guess the way Gear 5th is executed will be a little different. It's the same with Katakuri. Like when Katakuri and Luffy fought, Luffy broke those mirrors not because he was trying to escape. This man was out here. He was like, yo, Katakuri ain't gonna let us go. The only way I can deal with this man, I gotta put him down. So I guess the context is different. But I mean, let me know your thoughts below about that. I might be bugging out, or it could just be a me problem, which is the same thing. Whatever. In this chapter, we see reactions from everybody. Even Doflamingo talked to Magellan talking about going on top. Wait. Note to self, don't paraphrase things, just say it as you read it. Yeah. Aokichi and Akainu legitimately got the same look. The same look of, y'all really about to do this right now? The Gorosei are in complete panic mode. It's like when you fighting a boss and then the boss goes into his desperation move. I would call it the personification of, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Bruh, we even got a panel from Smoothie. Last I checked, this was at the bottom of the ocean. Saul really be out here just chilling. This man really just sitting there and he got the whole expression of, all a part of my master plan. So in regards to Vegapunk's message, Vegapunk basically says that there'll be an earthquake that'll affect the entire planet. Basically, the sea level is gonna actually increase by like a whole meter. And I mean, from the way Water 7 looking, Water 7 look like they got that pre-order kicking in right now. And I mean, when we look at the Celestial Dragons, I mean, a lot of people be out here bugging out. And honestly, the public's reaction just got me dying. They literally be out here like, man, shut up. Shut your bitch ass up. Man, this nigga crazy, yo. Hey, yo, bring his ass over here. Boy, I'll beat your ass. Okay, nobody was saying that. But I mean, in reality, I mean, they didn't look too happy. And from the way they was moving, it was like, look, I really don't want to hear what you're saying, and I don't like that. It's crazy because some islands have already become inhospitable, intangible, uninhabitable. Ha! Just made it there. Ooh. Yeah, shouldn't have dropped out of college. Long story short, the sea level's gonna rise by 1 meter and a bunch of islands are just gonna start dropping like flies. An earthquake is a natural disaster that usually affects one part of the planet, but the whole planet? Stop the cap. Somebody messed with God's work. I low-key feel like Vegapunk about to come a missing because the moment he started talking about the Void Century and things that have been lost in history, Emu got his own panel. And I'm like, oh, the way I translate that, this is serious. It turns out that Sun God Nika and Joy Boy were actually 2 different people in the past, both with the ability to stretch. Vegapunk just out here just spilling all the beans, and honestly, he about to pour a lot more into that next chapter. After the week break, the Straw Hats are ready to escape. They're still waiting on Jinbei, Bonnie, Zoro, Luffy, and the other giants too. And we also get to see the Mother Flame, and with the entire damage control the Gorosei's trying to do, that's at least one thing they seem like they desperately trying to protect. I'm really interested to see how the Mother Flame is actually going to be introduced in regards to Luffy, the Straw Hats, and the connection it has in regards to Sun God Nika, Joy Boy, the Gorosei. So this is definitely going to be entertaining. But let me know your thoughts below. Did you like the chapter? Did you hate it? What did you think of the Mother Flame? Are you excited to hear more about the Void Century? Joy Boy is actually the first ever pirate, and we even got a cameo from Emu. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.